So, you're looking to start coding, but you don't know what language to start with, or you're already an experienced developer and want to learn another language and don't know what language to actually choose yet. All right, good thing you're here, because here are my 4 reasons why JavaScript should be your first language or the next language you learn. Let's get to it. Reason number 1, JavaScript is literally used everywhere and you can basically do every type of development with it. And what I mean by that is JavaScript can be used in the front end, JavaScript can be used in the back end, and you can make mobile apps now with JavaScript. So if you're a developer just starting out and you're not really sure what type of programming you want to do, but you know you do want to program, JavaScript is the perfect language for you. Because instead of bouncing around to language, you can actually just stick with JavaScript, get good with the language, and test. Do I want to do web development? Do I want to do mobile apps? Do I want to do server development? You don't have to jump languages to do that with JavaScript. You can just keep using the same language, but test what things you want to do. And that's better than jumping, because instead of being stuck in that beginner syntax loop and just getting stuck with learning the language, you can actually just stick with one language and test out what you want to do. And because JavaScript is used everywhere, smaller companies and startups have JavaScript in such high demand because these developers, they don't have to hire multiple developers with different specialties. They can just hire you, and you can do basically everything at that startup until they grow and get larger. Then they can get more specific and get more specific developers. But until then, JavaScript developers are definitely in high demand for those startups. All right, and my second reason is JavaScript has the most third-party packages right now. And what I mean by that is so many developers have written packages for you to use in your projects, and instead of having to reinvent the wheel and code exactly what they've coded, you can pull their code into your code and build on top of it. And I'm sure out there something you're looking for has already been developed. And it's super easy to use these packages as well. So if you just go over to npmjs.com, you can find all of those packages I've been talking about. And let's just look at the numbers real quick. 912,000 packages on here. Downloads in the last week is 10.3 billion. Billion. That's insane, just in the last week. You can basically search for popular libraries, you can discover new packages, recently updated packages. This place is crazy, and you can find basically everything you need on NPM, and they're so easy to use as well. All right, and my third reason that I kind of touched on in the beginning is that JavaScript developers are in such high demand, and the language is just going to keep getting more popular every single year, year after year. So right now, the average salary of a JavaScript developer, national average, mind you, $104,000 per year, according to ZipRecruiter.com. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a 6-figure salary. I'm sure you wouldn't either. And what we can base upon this national average is that because it's such a high amount, JavaScript developers are still in demand, and it's really only going up. According to GitHub, the JavaScript monthly active users is 22.63%, and they are ranked number 1 for the most used language on GitHub, which would make sense because GitHub's open source, so is NPM, and JavaScript has the most packages online. And just look at this graph right here. JavaScript has been dominating the other languages since basically 2011 for monthly active users. And unless something drastic happens, JavaScript looks like it's going to remain in first for a while. JavaScript is such a great language to learn because it's number 1 trending, it's in demand for jobs, and it's really easy to use as well. So my fourth and final reason is that JavaScript has such a big online community, if not the biggest. It makes it so easy to go anywhere online that has coders, developers, any community, and ask questions, and more than likely within 15 minutes your question will be answered. There's places like Reddit, you can go ask on Stack Overflow, and you can get a response so quickly. If you go over to reddit.com and just search JavaScript on the top search bar, there is so many programming subreddits that come up, and the JavaScript subreddit has over 500,000 users. And then it gets even more specific than just JavaScript. Web dev, I know there's a React subreddit, I know there is Learn JavaScript subreddit for beginners, web design, basically every type of JavaScript subreddit you could find. So there's so many communities you can go and ask questions and get help and collaborate with other developers. Why wouldn't you want to learn JavaScript? And because it has such a big impact on the online community, there are so many resources and so many places to get help, learn, talk, collaborate JavaScript. Everything is JavaScript. Pretty quick video, guys, but that basically wraps it up for my 4 reasons why you should learn JavaScript as your first or next language. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and if you did enjoy this video, please smash that like button and hit subscribe to never miss any more of my content. Until next time.